am out here with a new energy, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hello, loves. Welcome back to Real Talk with Jen. I'm Jen. How are you? It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you all so much. I feel like I haven't done this setup with y'all in a minute, so I was like, let me go back to the foundational Real Talk with Jen. Just me and the camera, sitting still, no kids running around driving me insane. So it's just nice to talk. It feels like, feels like girl talk a little bit. And for all my guys out there, love you too. So yeah, I'm out here with a new energy for real because a lot of things have been happening. Good things, but kind of scary things that kind of shake you out of your contentment, which we all need sometimes. And specifically because this past year has been not a year, more than a year. It's been not great. It's getting better. So many of our lives have changed in so many different ways. And I think that part of after all that has been happening, you kind of find solace in some of the things that haven't changed. And for some people like me, it's been my job. I've been at my current job for almost 3 years or so. And we've gone through quite a bit at that particular job. And I know everybody goes through stuff at their job, but we went it was a lot. I'm like one of those people, y'all, if I work with you and I vibe with you, don't get me wrong, I'm not attaching myself to someone with bad energy and just that's always on some nonsense. But for the most part, I've been blessed to have amazing people that I work with, and I just get attached to them, and I just end up loving my coworkers so much, y'all. So this particular job was no different, and I'm just low-key obsessed with my coworkers, which is a blessing because I know many people that cannot stand the sight, even digitally, cannot stand the sight of their coworkers. So it's been an adventure, but like I was saying, contentment, y'all. We need to shake ourselves up out of that. We need to trust the process. We need to trust ourselves. And so I started applying to jobs, and I kind of feel like I was doing it passively. Let's see what happens, whatever, And then it starts to just be nah, I need a new job. I need a change. I need something else in my life. I just kept looking. I kept getting rejection after rejection after rejection. Woo! Those rejection letters hit different when you've committed yourself to looking for a new job, y'all. And it was just back to back to back. Of course, I started doubting myself, started getting discouraged, y'all. Come on. It was bad. It was to the point where I was getting so discouraged that I just stopped for a while and was like, you know what, maybe I need to revisit this. This isn't happening for me. And then I would go back and forth and back and forth. So eventually I started to get interviews, and it was oh, okay. Ultimately, I would never get chosen. And what I always tell my husband is I don't want things that are not for me. It's even if I want it so badly, it's I don't want things that are not supposed to be mine, because you will will that stuff to you and you will regret it, okay? You will will whatever it is to you, you get it, and then you see why it wasn't yours to begin with. So I'm what is mine is mine. What is mine is mine. I will get what's mine. And sometimes you gotta pump yourself up, talk to yourself or whatever. So I've been doing that for a while, at least a few months. I know a while. I don't know if a while is the word, but a few months. And I got a bite, and then I was oh, okay, this one seems promising or whatever. I got an interview, and then I got another interview and another interview. I ended up doing 6 interviews, and I was oh my goodness, this might be it. But then y'all ghosted me. See, I'm not of the age and the demographic. I don't even know. I am not of the social media world where people ghost you. I've been married too doggone long, y'all. I've never been ghosted. That's not really something I'm used to. It's people respond to you. Like, what the hell? Like, I was so discouraged. Like, dang, I did so good. I went on damn near 10 interviews. Hello? How? And you know, that's when the self-doubt creeps in. That's when the frustration and anger creeps in. That's when all the things, sadness honestly starts to creep in, and all of that. And I was just like, I was like feeling kind of down about it. Like, my God, like, goodness gracious, like I can't get anything up out of here. One of my friends encouraged me to reach out via email and just see for fun, just like see like what happened. And usually I don't do that. It's just like, look, if y'all done with me, I'm done with y'all. I send the email and I got a response within like 30 minutes, and the HR lady was like, oh, you know, so-and-so is on vacation, this and this is happening. So basically on their end, it was delays, and that was why I hadn't heard back. And it's like, it's so funny how we will talk foolishness into ourselves, right? Like, you will talk yourself out of something before you even give it a try. You will, you know, discourage yourself before you even know what the actual story is. We will convince ourselves someone don't like us when they don't feel no ill will towards you. Like, we need to be more conscious of like how we speak to ourselves, because I was like beating myself up and just like, I could have done this better. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe this person didn't like me. I don't know. They didn't laugh when I said that thing. You know, like I was really picking myself apart. And the whole time it was simply because on their end, they were having delays and they didn't communicate that. Speak life into yourself. Speak encouragement. Don't be your own worst enemy. Beating yourself up, convincing yourself of something that literally probably does not even exist, y'all. Because legit, that's what I was doing. To the point that it was like making me feel like down. And that happens in just like regular life too, right? Like when you think somebody said something or did something, and in reality, none of those things are going on. You're assuming, you're wasting time probably, because whatever interaction you would have had with that person, whether it's friend or family, now you're not even having it anymore for no reason. And then come to find out it was nothing. And you done wasted what, 5 years of your life or something, not talking to someone that you really love. So let's make sure we're not doing that, y'all. At least get better about it. Don't fill up the narrative in your own head without anybody verifying it, okay? Don't do that. Don't be like me. Back to the story. So I was so relieved. I'm like, okay, I still have a chance. I still have a chance. So I started to feel better again. They told me they would reach out the next week, ghosted me again. And I was just like, Lord have mercy. And the woman had told me like, they're stretched. They are like, there will be delays. They kind of have to work slow, right? Like they had warned me of all this stuff. But in the places that I've worked over the past, I don't know, at least 5 years or so, it's always been this like really quick turnaround. Like it's like we've always been very nimble. Things happen, people talk immediately, this, that, and the other. This is like a huge company where that red tape doesn't allow for things to just be so fluid that like I'm used to basically. And I think that was part of my angst too, is like I'm basing it off of how I'm used to working as opposed to like how it works when you work at like a large corporation. So the week goes by and I was like, you know what? I can't keep agonizing over this. What's for me is for me. I'm gonna let it go. If I don't hear back by Friday, I'm gonna just let it go and move on with my life. And I did. It's crazy how you can really talk yourself into releasing something, someone, you know. It's so crazy how much power we have just within ourselves, you know. And I literally that day, I just like cut it off just like that. Also, I'm a Gemini, low-key Geminis. That's how we roll. We cut you off in a hot second, act like we never met, and I'm good for that too. But luckily I don't have people around me that make me activate that part of me much. But yeah, low-key I could do that too. Like I could cut you off in a second. This is like over a weekend now. So by the next work day, y'all, the first email I got was from HR, and it was saying, hey, we're still interested in you. There's still delays, a lot going on, blah, 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 blah. I'll be in touch. Just want to see if you're even still interested. I was like, what? You know, like it was just like, how? Oh, okay. Y'all know how it's like when you messing with somebody and then you cut them off. You're like, I am donezo. You move on with your life, you meet a new person, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a text comes from the person that you cut off. That's what it felt like. It felt like, but I let you go. Why are you here? You know, and you don't know how to react. Of course, in this case, it wasn't as toxic. I was excited and I was like, oh, let me find out. So I replied, no problem, take your time, you know, play it cool. Meanwhile, I'm sitting up there like. The day after, I got a call and I got an offer, y'all. I officially have a new job. I am like wrapping up currently at my old job, and it's just so crazy. It's so bittersweet because, like I said, me and my coworkers, I adore them. I have so much love for them and I'm so thankful for them. But also it's just like this, it's time. And I need to shake myself out of that contentment, shake myself out of self-doubt. Sometimes you gotta remind yourself, like, you know what, I'm still that bitch, okay? I'm still her. You start to lose that sometimes over time. You're like, am I still the same person? Especially if you're a parent, especially if you're a mom. You know, you start to kind of lose yourself. Or again, when you're super content in like a relationship or a job or what have you, it starts to define you in a way where you almost can't recognize your former self. So I was just like so thankful, so excited. I'm so nervous, y'all. But mainly good feelings though. Sadness too for, you know, the chapter that's closing. But y'all, I know that it's what's best. I know that I'm going in the right direction. So many things are changing right now in our lives, and it's like, it's scary but exciting. Y'all know how badly I want a house. Like, if you've watched at least 2 of my vlogs, I probably have mentioned it in almost every, like, especially the sit down vlogs. I'm always talking about, I need a house. It's something we are working towards. We're praying, we're saving, we're manifesting, we're putting out good energy, we're doing the work, right? And we actually have decided we'll be moving, y'all. We are going to be moving across the country, which is horrifying, but I'm very excited. More to come on that. But my point is, again, you gotta shake yourself out of that comfort zone. We don't want to, you know, look up 5 years from now and still be living in 2020 low key, you know? Like, it's time. It is time. It is time to get up out our comfort zone, y'all. And that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. It's only a few months away though, so it's kind of starting to freak me out, but I am excited. I will be starting a new job, moving to a new state, buying a home, and all that will happen within the last 6 months of this year. I am saying it because it will happen, and we are gonna be out here vlogging the whole way through, because really we really do be living the same life, y'all. A variation of the exact same life. It is factual, like, for real. I am excited about that, and I wanted to just encourage y'all. I want to share my life good news with y'all. Please share your life good news with me. I want to know. It's important and it's encouraging, and sometimes it can give people the push they need to make a change for the better. So don't keep your good news to yourself, y'all. Spread your good news so people know, like, the world is not just full of trash humans and trash situations and tragedies, because honestly, it feels like that sometimes. So make sure that you are pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, your contentment, your maybe laziness sometimes, right? I mean, at least for me, if we're being real with ourselves, sometimes laziness, sometimes just fear, all of those things. Shake it off, trust the process, y'all. Even if the process takes almost 10 interviews, okay? Get ourselves together and get out there. We gotta get out there. We gotta put ourselves out there. We have to take chances. So take a chance. Don't do nothing crazy and blame it on me though. Within reason, of course. Take a chance. Bet on yourself. You can do whatever you think you can do. And you know that saying, if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. That's real. So make it happen, y'all. Lift people up, encourage people, and keep going. Keep trusting the process. It is gonna work out. It is gonna work out. I'm talking to myself, you know, I'm talking to myself also. So I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure if you haven't subscribed that you do. I appreciate y'all so much. And I will see you next time, loves. Bye.